So the myth today is, can you touch an X-ray? Let's find out more. So that's a very good question. Can you see, can you touch X-rays? X-rays are photons, just like visible light, but in a different energy range. So X-rays are more energetic than the photons that we can see, coming out of this light bulb. What that means is that because they have higher energy, they can penetrate through denser materials. The light photons that we see here, as you can see, they penetrate through air, right? Because you can actually see them, but they don't go through my hand because it casts a shadow. So my hand is essentially blocking all those light photons that hit my flash and just stop there. X-rays, on the other hand, because they have high energy, they have a higher probability to go through my hand and reach a sensor on the other side to make an X-ray image. You can't directly see X-rays, right? Because that energy range moves them outside the visible spectrum that goes from infrared to, the top of the infrared to the edge of ultraviolet. So because they're outside the visible range and our eye is not really designed for that, you're not going to see them directly. We need a way to convert from that energy to the visible range. The old days, like the shoe fitting machines that we have in our museum, and we made videos about that. They used a fluorescent screen. So the fluorescent screen had a element, Gadox or some other type of a fluorescent element that would emit photon in the visible spectrum once an X-ray photon would hit it. So it's part of the decay of the atom within the molecule of fluorescent material that allows you to absorb that X-ray photon and then emit visible photon, and then you can actually see the X-ray. You can't really touch it, right? It's a photon and it doesn't have any mass. And because of that, you can't really touch it. You can't really feel it. Well, I should say you kind of can feel it if you have an excessive amount of radiation, which causes radiation poisoning. But we're talking about Chernobyl. We're talking about Fukushima, extreme levels of radiation that not only X-rays, but gamma rays and other types of radiation that can cause harm to human beings. So again, going back to the myth, right? Can you touch and see X-rays? Yeah, you can see indirectly and you can't really touch it, but if done excessively, it definitely can touch you. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.